Hey everybody, it's me, Calvin Benson, and welcome back to my big ranking of every single movie I've seen that's released in the year 2024. You probably know the drill by now. There's been like 10 parts, and this is going further into the top 10. And all the previous parts are, if you want to watch them, in the description. So no more yapping. Here are the next tiers in the Ultimate 2024 movie ranking. Let's just start it. And now, finally, we have arrived at the top 10 movies of the year, out of every film of the year, and all the ones I've mentioned so far. These are the very best. So, without further ado, in 10th place, I have Hundreds of Beavers. This movie is so damn good. Now, in movies, comedy is overlooked in terms of being the best of the medium. Dramas and romance and action get all the praise for being done so well, but it takes the same amount of skill to do comedy right. Something I find just as important and worth recognition is comedy. And by that metric, this is an Oscar-worthy film. It's a simple movie. It's set in the deep winter woods a long time ago, where a fur trapper is trying to survive, but a group of beavers are causing problems, and he has to take them down. Now this movie is fairly obscure. It is a very small indie movie after all, so it's not that popular. But in my opinion, that needs to change. This movie needs to be seen by as big of an audience as possible, because this is one of the most hilarious, most creative, most earnest, most fun, and one of the best movies of this entire year. This film is just so perfectly crafted and enjoyable, you will be grinning the entire movie. The movie is most similar to Looney Tunes, and their similarities in the plots of some old Looney Tunes episodes, and the comedic style, with the slapstick and such. Not only do they nail replicating the style, but they give the movie its own sense of humor and moments. It makes it anew, with their own touches, plus just doing the Looney Tunes style so dang well. And not just Looney Tunes, there's a ton taken from the Muppets. There's a ton of actual puppets in the movie. Everything outside of the humans and the beavers are handcrafted puppets, and the puppet design and puppetry are just so dang good. I love puppets. Especially these. Like, these are the cutest little guys ever. Every character being handcrafted and hand-controlled just adds a layer of charm and heart. Something big movies with CGI can't ever capture or replicate. The whole movie is just a culmination of all the best parts of classic comedy. This is a silent movie. Literally not a word of dialogue is spoken throughout the entire runtime. Everything, all the jokes, all the emotion, everything is done through visuals alone. But the audio is still used to just prop up what's on screen through great sound design for the jokes and music. The visual comedy is great though. The whole movie is chock full of visual gags and punchlines. There's always a new one, either in the foreground or the background. Some you don't even notice until rewatch. And that's how you know real detail and work was put into making this movie the best it is. Slapstick humor has kinda died in movies now, but this movie shows that slapstick is still just as funny as it was 70 years ago. This is going for a vibe of old black and white movies, and, of course, Looney Tunes, but also still modernizing it, both with modern jokes and nods, and new filming techniques. The film just has that earnest style and indie filmmaking vibe. Each scene just screams, a person made this, out of passion. Honestly, I have no critiques at all. This is creative filmmaking, somehow making all these different styles work together, all woven together into something that echoes the best of classic movie and TV filmmaking, but also having its own style, its own charm, and just being a fantastic movie. It may not be the number one best movie of the year, but it certainly might be the funniest. And next up, going further into the top 10, in 9th place, I have the most cracking movie of the year, Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul. Also, sorry if my voice sounds weird. My throat is dying. I've been recording this for so long. Oh my god, I love Wallace and Gromit. And the whole stop-motion animation medium in general. Stop-motion is so great, because it's all literally handmade out of love. It's the most true, human-created art style. And Wallace and Gromit has always been the best of it. These movies have always been the shining example of how to make a movie with passion, charm, humor, commentary, and that nice feeling when the credits roll. No matter how the world changes, Wallace and Gromit is just hanging out. So to have an all-new Wallace and Gromit movie in 2024, which is fully stop-motion animated still, in a world where animation is dominated by what's done on a screen, that's just kind of magical to see. And the movie is kind of aware that it's the outlier when it comes to animation now. And that's even a theme, especially with AI. The film is centered on the topic of robots and artificial intelligence. A very hot-button issue nowadays. But as they always do, this movie nails the whole topic perfectly. And it works for the story, because Wallace has always had crazy robotic tech and gadgets, and he's always been super reliant on them, and now everyone else in the world is becoming just as reliant as him. So to call out Wallace and his obsession with tech makes sense as the next logical step for Wallace and Gromit. Wallace just goes on such a nice journey, being content with his automation, but realizing just how much the small things matter. Taking care of your garden, having a cup of tea you made yourself, and giving your dog a pet. It's a good message. The movie also explores AI specifically, an important issue, which is also done great. AI is such a powerful tool. It can do things that we can't. But AI can be used and taken advantage of in the wrong hands. But again, the movie doesn't paint AI entirely as evil. After all, the Norbots are the ones who save Gromit at the end. And also, by the end of the movie, they find a happy medium. There can be a middle ground. AI can be used for good, but it can go so badly, so easily. And this movie is perfect for telling that message. Because what better way to tackle AI than a film literally handcrafted in every way by human beings? Speaking of which, that's such a great part, the animation, and seeing that a human made it. And also, I forgot to mention, there's even a bit of commentary on the police, and how they're comically corrupt and don't care about anyone. Another very important issue. But don't get me wrong, none of these themes are done seriously. The best thing about Wallace and Gromit is the never-ending wonder and magic, and the sense of pure optimism. It just has heart, a message to the world to have fun. And in today's climate, a cheery British inventor and his dog showing the world, both in-universe and the movie itself, how it's really done, is something really special. Wallace, you've done it again, old chap. You've made another masterpiece. Cracking show. God, that British accent was so bad. And next up, moving deeper into the top 10, in 8th place, I have Piece by Piece, the new Lego movie, which is a Pharrell Williams biopic. On paper, that sounds like the dumbest idea ever. It's been a long wait for another Lego movie, 5 years in fact, and now we have a new Lego film, but it's instead a biopic on Pharrell Williams. Why? It seemed so weird to have this be the grand return of Lego on the big screen, and like I mentioned, I've never really been big on music, nonetheless on documentaries about musicians. I was kinda confused. Why is it Lego? How could that work? How could this movie even work? But it works. It really works. This is such a unique, passionate film which explores creativity and what it truly means to be creative. It's insane how Pharrell Williams and Lego work so well together and are actually a lot alike, and both work towards this movie's core identity, which is the magic of creativity. Documentaries lately have been kinda bad, and that sucks to say because that's my favorite movie genre. I make some of them. But as of late, most new documentaries follow the same template to a T, with no creativeness, no new styles, no uniqueness, no greater meaning, but this movie is a complete opposite. This is what documentaries should try to be. Find the deeper meaning in the real-life story that's being told. Be creative, invent, give the film its own style, and build together a special film, just like building music in the movie itself. Now this is a Lego movie, and the whole movie being in Lego actually adds to it. This is related to Lego, not as a marketing gimmick, but for a real reason. Because Pharrell Williams' music creation is more similar to Lego than you'd think. Creating music is just like Lego, taking these sounds, these beats, and building them anew in your own way. Every piece of art is the product of art that's come before it, just like Lego. Plus, this Lego art style does wonders for the actual storytelling of going through the story of Pharrell Williams' life. It's such a great, uplifting story of expressing who you are, and just music and art in general. And the Lego style visualizes these events through such a bright, expressive, colorful lens that cannot just tell, but shows these events in a way that a typical live-action documentary could never do. In terms of being a documentary, and going by the metric of how well events are conveyed, this is still fantastic. They visualize the magic of music itself, something so hard for any movie to do, because music is an auditory medium. So how can you show that? Well, through Lego, apparently. Pharrell Williams actually has synesthesia, which is a condition where he sees new colors when listening to music. And because this is Lego, they visualize this idea so greatly, with colorful Lego pieces exploding from the speakers, all moving and shining to the rhythm of the music, with the colors shifting to match how the sound sounds. This way of telling the story can't really be done any other way than this. Now, something I definitely wanted to see how this film handled was the more adult parts of Pharrell's career, especially with a lot of the political stuff and all the rap artists. Things definitely out of Lego's target demographic, and I was kinda worried Lego would just push all that under the rug. But no, the movie doesn't sanitize its identity. There are moments that push the PG rating. There is political commentary. This movie actually has something to say. Lego doesn't overtake the movie, it just adds to it. This movie is a big risk. Like I said, the next Lego movie being a documentary on a musician like Pharrell Williams, with Lego versions of people like Snoop Dogg or Kendrick Lamar, with Lego Black Lives Matter, this wasn't sticking to a formula. It was going out there with a crazy idea. So it's so cool that this risk was willing to be taken, because it really paid off. This movie just shows the magic of music, the magic of Lego, the magic of creativity in general. The creativity, the passion, the inventive nature of Lego are a perfect parallel to music and just art in general. Art is about taking the pieces of the world and reshaping it, remaking it, and as they put it, building something new out of what has come before you, piece by piece. Plus, it gets an immediate 5 stars for referencing Galaga, the greatest video game ever. And with that, that's going to be the end of this section of the top 10. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I also hope you'll stick around for the remaining tiers. And trust me, it's gonna get really interesting as to what films get to the top 10 of this entire ranking. And I hope you'll stick around, but at least for this video, I'm Calvin Benson, and thank you for watching.